Welcome to Dr. Karen Health Talks. Today is Friday, March the 20th, 2020. Wow, so it's 3/20/2020. I tell you that date because our world is changing rapidly every single day. Every day with the coronavirus epidemic or pandemic, we are seeing major changes to our lifestyle and our freedoms as we all work together to contain or mitigate the effects of this virus. So that's why I'm giving you that date, because I'm going to be doing more podcasts, and the role of these podcasts is really to support you in your mind and body as we venture into this unknown territory for who knows how long. I will not be giving medical advice. This is not about medical advice. This is about us and our lifestyle and how we can ride through this pandemic with positivity as much as possible, with gratitude as much as possible. Can you believe? So there is a lot of fear, there's a lot of panic, there's a lot of anxiety that is normal. What I want to flow into your life in some way is some whisper of gratitude, optimism, hope. So that is my goal. So today I'm actually going to talk about the stages of grief, because I really think, and I have felt as I've experienced this myself, of course, this is a very individual experience, that I'm seeing very differing reactions in what people are willing to do to take their part. And just yesterday, the beaches of Florida were closed to spring break as we watched young people ignoring all of the warnings and they're not really laws. The beaches were not closed. We were hoping that everybody would do their part, and clearly these young people decided that it was spring break and they wanted to have their fun and they wanted to party. So thank goodness the beaches were closed down. And when I saw that, I thought, how could some people be taking this so seriously and others just so blasé? And made me think about the stages of grief. And I also want to be sure that we show compassion and love and kindness as much as possible to as many people as possible. So clearly these young people are in total denial, and that's the first stage of grief. So when I talk about stages of grief to do with what we're facing right now, what we're doing is we are grieving the loss of our freedom. We're grieving the loss of our life as we knew it. The ability to walk. There is a siren. I'm actually sitting in my car because I had to get some urgent supplies, and I thought I watched all these people here. There are people everywhere, and I don't know if they're needing urgency in their life, because California declared yesterday a shelter in place, which is only people that had jobs in critical situations, and only if we needed urgent supplies were we to leave our home. So clearly people are still in denial. And denial is a natural stage of grief where we're saying, no, I don't want this. I didn't ask for this. This is not affecting me. This is affecting everybody else. And so there is some sense of ego attached sometimes to this stage. They're just not willing to give up what is important to them and important to all of us. So that's denial. And then the next phase is anger. And we see a lot of that where there's a lot of finger pointing about, well, where did this start and who created this? And the conspiracy theories, in fact, of even that this was a bioengineered event to bring down the economy. So a lot of anger and blame and shame. And of course, that doesn't serve any of us while we're in the middle of this. But just to identify it and see it as a stage. And certainly we are moving through these stages very quickly. We're witnessing it as different laws and requirements come down. So the third stage is bargaining, and so many of us are in that. And bargaining happens because it's somewhat unclear about what we're meant to do. So, okay, can I go out here? Can I get a group of friends together and say, go to the beach because we're 6 feet apart when we're actually being given a shelter-in-place directive? So people are bargaining with the requirements. Again, that is normal, and it's a stage of grief. until we get to that level of acceptance where we're hearing that we are all in this together and what each of us does can affect the whole. This is more than just us. We have a chance to step up, to be part of a global community that cares about each other, that knows what we do affects everyone. So we're willing to follow the guidelines as hard as they are. Now I'm going to read a little poem that came across Facebook, and I actually read this on my Facebook Live this week, and people loved it. It's by Laura Kelly Finucci, and hopefully it will help you to gather some gratitude, gather some optimism, gather some hope. So here it is. When this is over, it will be over, folks. When this is over, may we never again take for granted a handshake with a stranger, full shelves at the store, conversations with neighbors, a crowded theater, Friday night out, a taste of communion, a routine checkup, the school rush each morning, coffee with a friend, the stadium roaring, each deep breath, a boring Tuesday, life itself. When this ends, may we find that we have become more like the people we wanted to be, we were called to be, we hoped to be, and may we stay that way, better for each other because of the worst. May we stay that way, better for each other because of the worst. I believe that. I believe that changes will happen as a result of this. Telemedicine will become more popular. It should have always been, but telemedicine will be one of those things that will become more popular and will change as a result of this. Maybe we will be more grateful for our neighbors and for our grocery stores that stay open in times like this so that we get our essential supplies. We will be better for it. So I will bring these podcasts, just my thoughts and musings, as often as possible, in hopes that it helps you to listen to my voice and to know that we are all in this together, and it's our time to step up, to be bigger, to be kinder, to be more grateful, and to follow the guidelines as set down by the CDC and our local governors, because each state is taking action in their own different ways, and to shed more love, call people that you've been out of touch with to just touch base with them and share your heart, because we need to support each other in this time of what we're calling social distancing. Let's just call it physical distancing, because we don't have to be socially distanced. There's many ways we can stay in contact with each other and share that love. You can go on my website, drkarenwolf.org. I have blog and podcasts there as I'm blogging and doing podcasts just to help you if I can be of service in any way. That's how I'm helping myself in asking myself, how can I best serve? And every Wednesday, I will be going on Facebook Live at 1 p.m. Pacific to share just my thoughts and inspirations in the hope that we can elevate the vibration of more hope, more optimism, and more gratitude, more love and more kindness. So until next time, this is Dr. Karen Wolf with Dr. Karen Wolf Health Talks, and please love each other.